Hi, my name's Jenna Forster. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and share a bit of my own personal story when it comes to chronic illness and meditation. About 9 years ago, I found myself faced with a diagnosis and a physical stance where I was unable to really take care of myself or do any of the things that I was used to. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. It's a very debilitating disease. It's a disease that really strips a lot from you on every level, as many chronic illness does. I really did struggle. My medications were making me sicker. The treatment that was recommended for me, while it was having influence on my physical health, it was also stripping my ability to keep my organs in a safe manner. I was having certain organs that were no longer functioning the way they should due to the medication. It was a very difficult time and place for me to be in. Being someone that comes from a background of striving, always being an athlete and priding myself on maybe that role or that status that I enjoyed, I found myself lost and deeply, deeply devastated in the situation that I was in. I could not control anything, and I was a control freak. It really did, that time in my life really did strip me of everything that I had. My physical health was deteriorating at a rapid rate. I went from being an athlete to not being able to sit upright for more than 2 hours at a time. I lost my ability to walk effectively. I lost my cognitive ability, being someone that talks to people for a living. I was not able to form full sentences and or find the correct words. And my stutter was getting worse. I felt like I was all alone and I did not have any capacity or ability to make any kind of a difference in my own life. It was a very lost feeling. And I think something happens when you reach those places in your life where you don't feel like you have any answers and you don't feel like anyone around you has any answers. Due to my background and what I do, I had a great deal of knowledge on the brain, how the brain functions, and neuroplasticity. So I began my journey in diving into the brain body connection, how our brain can heal us. And that brought me to meditation. I moved into this at such a depth that nothing else mattered because really I didn't have anything else. And through my years of study, I came to recognize meditation as a large driver in healing. I made the decision to step off and away from all of the medication that I was taking because I felt deep in my heart and soul that that medication was doing me more harm than it was doing me good at the moment. I began to be very vigilant about meditation, and my practice of meditation became first and foremost over everything, over my children, over my work, over my relationships, over my friendships. I turned inward and I committed to myself to practice meditation on a regular basis without fault and without any deviation. What happened was really interesting. I started to lower my stress levels, lower my anxiety levels, and I also started to see a shift in how I viewed my situation. I moved into a place of gratitude, of having deep, deep gratitude for my illness and seeing it as a friend, as one of my greatest teachers, and of the greatest catalyst that has created who you see in front of you today. My physical health began to shift. I was able to move my limbs in a manner that I wasn't able to in the past. My cognitive ability was coming back. I was stuttering less. I was perhaps not finding the words as quickly as I used to, but I was able to form full sentences and have conversation, which I deeply missed. I kept this practice up, and I'm still practicing it today because I recognize that that is healing. I recognize that meditation is the way to health for me. And it is so important that I remain in this place to keep where I am. Doesn't feel like fear to me. It feels like knowing. And I do believe once you know something, there's not much that deviates you away from it. I'm a big believer in the power of meditation when it comes to healing. There is nothing that can deviate that from me because I am upright and I am walking and I am talking and I am going forward with my life in a manner that I thought I'd lost. So I have deep gratitude for meditation. I have deep gratitude for the information that's available to us. And it's something I'm never going to let go. Thanks for listening.